The modern grocery store is not a place to buy food. It is a hostile environment built to exhaust your brain. You walk in for basic chicken and vegetables, but you are met with bright lights, aggressive sales tags, and endless aisles of engineered sugar. The store is designed to break down your decision-making. You leave with bags of processed snacks, and days later, you eat too much simply because those items are sitting in your pantry. They silently demand your attention. The fitness industry lies to you about this. They say the solution is brute force willpower. They tell you to track every single macro or punish yourself on the treadmill. This advice is completely broken. Overeating is not a failure of your discipline at the dining table. It is a failure of your strategy at the checkout line. Your current eating habits are a design problem, not a character flaw. Long-term health requires controlling your environment, not fighting constant friction. The traditional Japanese approach to getting food solves this completely. They treat grocery shopping as an intentional practice rather than a rushed chore. By shifting how you gather food, you stop the root cause of overeating before a single calorie even enters your house. Pay close attention and do not skip ahead. Rule number 5 is the exact reason your current pantry setup forces you to gain weight. It reveals a specific behavioral truth, and the fix is the exact opposite of what Western bulk buying culture has brainwashed. The Japanese practice Hara Hachi Bu, which means eating until you 80% full. You must apply this rule to the shopping cart itself. Western culture normalizes the overflowing mega cart. They wander through stores without a clear plan. They grab food because it looks comforting in the moment. Bright packaging, bakery smells, limited-time flavors, giant discount signs. The entire experience is designed to lower deliberate thinking. They subconsciously feel a massive metal bin needs to be filled to the brim. Buying to maximum capacity guarantees eating to maximum capacity. You must stop this. Only fill your basket or cart to 80% visual capacity. Leave intentional, empty space visible at all times. If the empty space disappears, put something back. That sounds small, but psychologically, it changes everything, because random food creates random eating. Rule 2 is the peak season mandate. The concept is Shun. This refers to the exact moment a food is at its absolute peak of flavor and nutritional value. You have been conditioned to accept mediocrity. Your grocery store offers a weak, lifeless imitation of produced tomatoes in winter, strawberries in fall shipped across oceans and gassed into a semblance of ripeness. Because this food is flavorless, you are forced to purchase heavy, calorie-dense sauces, dressings, and dips to make it palatable. You are chasing flavor with chemistry. Interrogate the store. Do not just buy vegetables. Buy 3 items that are locally in Shun right now. When food is in its peak season, it requires zero adornment. It is already bursting with flavor automatically, making your simple, healthy meals satisfying and instantly eliminating the need for the artificial flavor enhancers you use to compensate for dead produce. Rule 3 is the 72-hour boundary. The Japanese call this Mottainai, a tea. It is a deep regret concerning waste. Western culture twists this entirely. To buy perishables in massive bulk to save a few dollars. This is a trap. You pack your fridge to the absolute limit. As that mountain of food slowly starts to go bad, it creates a massive psychological burden. You feel guilty. You end up overeating just to get rid of it. You are literally treating your body like a human garbage disposal simply so the food does not go in the trash. Stop doing this today. Set a strict expiration boundary. Only buy the exact amount of fresh food you actually need for the next 72 hours. When you stop hoarding perishables, you instantly remove the silent pressure to consume surplus calories. Rule 4 is the 5-color audit. The traditional dietary culture of Washoku demands a strict balance of 5 specific colors: red, green, yellow, black, and white. Now, look at the modern Western shopping cart. It is aggressively, intentionally beige. The food industry profits immensely off of beige: bread, pasta, chips, cereals, and crackers. Beige is the color of hyper-processed, nutrient-void carbohydrates that are mathematically engineered to override your natural fullness signals. A beige cart is a guaranteed physiological trap. Stop your cart before you enter the checkout lane. Look down and perform a ruthless visual audit. If the landscape of your basket is overwhelmingly brown and beige, you are holding engineered dopamine, not food. You are strictly forbidden from getting in line until you introduce natural, raw colors to break up the beige. Rule 5 is the exact secret I warned you about at the beginning. This is the concept of Ma. It translates to intentional negative space. You have been conditioned to fear an empty pantry. Western culture views bare shelves as a sign of unpreparedness, so we buy bulk items just to fill the gaps. But behavioral science reveals a brutal truth. When your pantry is packed to the brim, your brain perceives an infinite supply. This subconscious trigger drastically accelerates how fast you consume those calories. A full pantry creates a false sense of abundance, causing you to eat more without even realizing it. Ma teaches you to fiercely protect the empty space. Before you place a box in your cart, visualize exactly where it will sit in your kitchen. If it eliminates your negative space, do not buy it. Your pantry needs breathing room. Empty space on your shelves translates directly to a lower number on the scale. Rule 6 is the physical weight limit. The concept is Kaimono Kago. It is the philosophy of the handbasket. Look at the modern grocery cart. It is a massive, wheeled piece of industrial equipment. This is not an accident. Supermarkets use giant carts to create a psychological void. Because the wheels carry the burden, you never feel the physical weight of what you are buying. It makes it dangerously easy to blindly toss in heavy liquid calories and massive boxes of processed carbs. You must eliminate this void. Stop pushing a cart. Force yourself to carry a handbasket. You will instantly re-establish a physical connection with your food. When the basket becomes too heavy for your arm, your shopping trip is over. You simply cannot overconsume what you cannot physically carry. Rule 7 is the plating requirement. The Japanese practice Ozen. This means serving food on a specific tray and treating consumption as a formal, distinct event. Modern food companies actively weaponize your casual habits against you. They engineer massive family-sized bags specifically designed for blind grazing. They want you sitting numbly in front of a screen, mindlessly reaching your hand into a crinkling bag until it is completely empty. This is not eating, it is unconscious consumption. You must break this cycle before you even reach the checkout line. Look closely at the packaging. Refuse to buy any item that is designed to be eaten directly from its container. If a snack cannot be reasonably and formally plated on a dish, it does not belong in your home. Grasp this final truth. Changing your physique has absolutely nothing to do with policing your mouth at the dinner table. It is entirely about architecting your environment at the store. Stop relying on willpower. Willpower is fragile and finite. By adopting these Japanese rules, you are actively outsourcing your discipline to your environment. You are winning the war against overeating before the battle even begins. This is not about restricting what you eat. It is about liberating yourself from a hostile system designed to make you fail. You are finally stepping off the hamster wheel of modern diet culture. But hear this warning clearly. Do not attempt to use all 7 of these rules on your next trip to the store. If you do, you will experience immediate mental friction. You will exhaust yourself and instantly bounce back to your old chaotic habits. Real permanent change requires deep focus. Choose exactly one rule to master this week. Let that single rule become entirely automatic. Go down to the comments right now. Publicly declare which exact rule you are going to use on your next grocery run. Committing to it in writing makes it real. Then hit the subscribe button to keep building an unbreakable system for your life.